Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone to our new lesson and series of lessons about another common mistakes of the English sentence. Now this time we will study the errors which happen at the level of modifiers. But before this we need to know what modifiers are. So when we say modifiers, what do we mean by this word? So these are elements, right? It can be a word, right? Or a phrase or a clause that clarifies and describes another word and or a phrase or a clause, rendering its meaning clearer, okay, and more precise. So this is the academic definition. But usually when we say modifiers, what comes to our minds is the two main parts of speech, which are the adjectives and the adverbs. And these are, right, the main modifiers. However, when I say adjective, it can be a word like quick, smart, rapid, or also a phrase like the man with sunglasses, right, the woman in the kitchen. So these are phrases which act as adjectives. Or also a clause, especially the case of dependent and adjective and relative clauses. Okay, dependent, relative, or adjective clauses, they act as adjectives. This is the man who helped me. So, who helped me, a clause, it means subject and predicate that acts as a modifier to the man. Right, good. Usually adjectives answer the question, how is it? How something or someone is he? Right. Speak about its qualities, describes its qualities. Good. Or even sometimes place and time as an example. Now, for the adverbs, also it can be only word, adverb like quickly, rapidly, fast, low. Also it can be a phrase, like for example, the case of dependent subordinate clauses. He was ill or he was absent because he was ill. So because he was ill here, right, subordinate clause acts as an adverbial clause. Clear? Adverbial clause. Clear? So here we have the two types of modifiers. We have adjectives mainly and adverbs. Now for adverbs, as you know, they usually answer 4 questions, which are how action is done, when the action is done, where the action is done, and to what extent. Right, to what extent something, okay, is. Right. For example, we may say examples for adverbs about how. And we say, he speaks fast. It means here, how does he speak? He speaks fast. For when. Last week, I met my friend. Here, last week is, okay, a phrase acts an adverb of time. Clear? For also where. Right. We can meet at the restaurant. At the restaurant here also acts as an adverb. Right. And also to what extent. Here we have the case of adverbs of degree. Example, the weather, right, is extremely hot. Extremely means the extent, right, degree. right, of heat. Clear? Of heat. So here, as you see, we have these two main modifiers, adjectives and adverbs. Now, as you see also, as we noticed here, that the adjectives are always related or usually related to nouns or pronouns they modify. Clear? When we say in English adjectives, it means they are related to a noun. They modify, describe, clarify, and so on. Clear? Huh? Always linked to a noun or pronoun. Right? Good. For example, like the strong man, the nice guy, the man with the glasses, I found the boy who was missing. So all these are linked to nouns and modify nouns. Whereas when it comes to adverbs, they modify either a verb, like when, for example, we say he walks rapidly, rapidly modifies walks, or also they can modify an adjective. For example, we say the north is very cold. Very here is a modifier, adverb modifies cold, the adverb, and also it can modify another adverb. For example, we write he, for example, speaks very rapidly. So very rapidly, very is adverb of degree, modifies another adverb of manner. Clear? Of manner. Now, we must just bear in mind that when we say adjective, it means it is linked to a noun. It's related to a noun. Clear? When we say adverb, it's linked to, these three elements, which are verb mainly, adjective and adverbs. Clear? Adverbs. Right. Good. Now, as you see here, also for the cases of adverbs of time and the place, right? Of time and the place, they are always considered, usually adverbs when they are linked to the verb. To, for example, the verb. For example, I say, I live in BISKRA. I live in BISKRA. Here it acts as in BISKRA an adverbial, of phrase of place, right? Of place, right? For example, or I left my country, for example, in 1998. Here also, in 1998, acts as a phrase which indicates or acts as also as an adverb, because it is linked here, linked to the verb. Time linked to the verb. Now, in case, for example, when you say the man in the town, the phrase here, when it is linked to noun, it acts as an adjective. Clear? Man in the town, right? Or, for example, I don't know, the champion, of 1990, example of 1990 here, it indicates, it's a phrase which indicates or related to a noun, so it acts here as an adjective, right, for the noun. So simply we say all what is related to a noun is adjective, whether one word or a phrase or a clause, and all what is related to a verb or adjective or adverb, it is always adverbial, and both are modifiers. Now the rule for the correct use of adjectives and adverbs is both of them come to modify an element, right? An element can be a word or phrase or a clause. Now these two modifiers, they should be placed as close as possible to the elements they modify. Clear? The elements they modify. And we mustn't separate them from the elements they modify. Right? Because this will lead to confusion, to unclear writing and awkward writing style. So it should be clear that okay, these elements are strongly related to the elements they modify. I mean the adjectives and the adverbs, whether as words or phrases or clauses, they are strongly related to the elements they modify. That's why they should be placed always as close as possible to these elements they modify. For the noun, of course, adjective, the noun should be as near as possible to the noun it modifies, to be clear, right? And also for the adverb, it should be as near as possible to the verb or adjective or adverb is modified, to give clearer meaning. Okay, clearer meaning and avoid confusion. Right, confusion. Right. For example, our simple example for adjectives. I saw the man strong. So here, it's a mistake because normally in English, as you know, we put the adjective then the noun, not the opposite. So the right sentence is I saw the strong man. Clear? The strong man. We must respect this structure. Clear? This structure. Also, for example, we have for adverbs. He quickly speaks. Quickly speaks. So here, normally we should put the verb and the adverb of manner, and they say he speaks quickly. Speaks quickly. So this, as you see here, misplacement of modifiers may lead to an awkward writing style, and also lead to a series of errors that concern mistakes and errors of modifiers. We'll try to highlight, inshallah, in our next lessons and videos, one by one. Especially mistake of, number one, misplaced modifiers. Number two, dangling modifiers. Number three, squinting modifiers. And also many others. Right. So, you are invited to join us and to follow us in our next videos also to have an idea about these different types of errors at the level of the English sentence when it comes to using modifiers. Thank you so much.